station when asking your question. We'll take the first question from Simon Briggs.
Hi, well played, Roger. I just wanted to ask you about the grass. We asked you about it after the first match, and you said under the roof it's a bit slippery, but you know, it's the end of the week, it's a bit warmer, and it's still really tricky for you and for other players. Do you think there's something different this year?
I don't think so, but yeah, I mean, I went down sometimes in the past, you know, so I mean, it's definitely much easier to move now. I don't feel a difference per se. Is there maybe anything to do with that there was no tennis here last year? I doubt it. So I would think it's the same as it always has been, in my opinion.
Rob Moore.
Good evening, Roger. It feels like next week is a defining week in men's tennis as Novak tries to win Slam number 20. What have you made of his dominance this year at the Slams? And is his challenge that he's bringing something that you're relishing at this time in your career, that's keeping you going, perhaps, the chance to continue fighting with him and Rafa? Sorry.
No, I mean, no, I don't think I'm playing because he's doing well or he's doing great things, or same with Rafa. I think I'm doing my own thing, and you know, I had problems of my own with the knee, so that's been the focus. But then again, it's just very impressive to see what again he's doing this year. I mean, like you said, it's going to be another big one for him the coming days. There's always danger in the draw wherever you look, but at the same time, he's able to have different ways how to win matches, and he's done incredibly well in Australia, now again also in Paris. That was exceptional, of course, and he looks like the big favorite here going into whatever round he goes into, and he deserves it. He worked extremely hard, and he's playing great at the same time too, so he's going to be tough to beat.
Eleanor Crooks.
Hi Roger, Eleanor Crooks from PA. Apologies for going off topic. I just wondered, did you see Andy Murray's match last night, or hear what he said afterwards? Because he said afterwards, you know, that he's sort of wondering if he can't put the work in he needs to on the practice court, sort of, you know, wondering whether it's worth it if he can't then play how he wants to play. Obviously you've been rehabbing for a lot the last year and a half. I just wondered, you know, if you could empathize with the way he's feeling.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely. Look, it was also nice playing with Andy and actually feeling the ball that was coming back from him, and just seeing what can he do also in terms of his physical ability. You know, so I watched a little bit yesterday side by side with the football, but you know, I totally know what he's trying to say, you know, because if you have to make compromises every single day, instead of practice you have to rest, or instead of practicing 3 hours you can only practice an hour and a half, whatever it is, you know, if it's every day like this and you have to cut back on different types of those choices, yeah, it makes things more complicated. And then on top of it all, you probably can't play 35 tournaments anymore, so now you may be playing 25 or maybe 15 or less, you know, so all these things really matter in a player's mind, you know. So I totally understand where he's coming from. Plus, he's also had a tough year. He hasn't played many matches, so there's clearly some question marks. But at the same time, he should be very happy about himself. And I think he has a huge admiration from all the players, what he's going through, because that is not just some simple niche thing like maybe some others. So this is major stuff that he's going through, and I wish him only the best. Everybody hopes he stays on tour and keeps on going, to be quite honest. But of course, most of all, he needs to be happy, you know. So that goes with being healthy, clearly.
Howard.
Did you see the thing for the TV?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Roger.
Hey.
I want to ask your reaction at the end of that match today, and sort of what was going through your mind. How much of it was perhaps relief to get through in four, excitement at been a while since you've had a chance to be in the second week of a Grand Slam tournament. And then the other thing I wanted to ask was, this is apparently going to be the last time we'll have a middle Sunday here at Wimbledon off. And I'm just wondering about what your thoughts are on the club's decision to do away with that tradition and to play the full 14 days starting next year.
I wasn't actually sure if it was going to be middle Sunday on or off this year already. So thank you for clarifying that for me. I wasn't sure. So now I know. Look, at the same time, we got to love traditions. But again, French Open also went to a 15-day event. Everybody wants more days. Look, more days means more revenue, more options, more this and that. I get it, you know. But I don't think they did it only because of revenue. I think they just think it's going with the times as well. And you know, I think in some ways you liked it because it reset the entire draw for, you know, for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. But at the same time, you know, every other tournament does it differently as well. So maybe it's going with the time. So I get that. And then the first part of the question was my reaction. Yes, sorry, I mean, look, the crowd really got into it. I thought I was extremely calm throughout the match, you know, so maybe that's why I saved all the emotions for the very end of the match. It meant a lot to me because I thought actually I played a really good match throughout, except that maybe that one game where Norrie breaks me. Sure, he returned well, but it was a bit easy for him to get that break. But it was a difficult couple of minutes for me after missing the break points and then coming back and serving on the other side. But, you know, credit to him for pushing me. I know he's had a really good season so far. He's played a ton of matches and a lot of tournaments. So it's a win for me, like a reference point as well. If I can beat somebody of his level, who's played well last week, who's playing at home, who's played a ton of matches, it's really... I know who I beat. You know what I mean? It's not just like a guy who can play good on the day. He's a good player, and that's why I was extremely happy that I found ways to fight back in that fourth set.
Thank you.
Tony Banks.
Hi, Roger. Congratulations on the win. I think you said in your courtside interview afterwards that you felt you were a little bit lucky in the first round. Do you think you're getting stronger as the tournament goes on? Do you feel that you're getting maybe your rhythm a little bit better game match by match?
Yes, definitely. Look, I mean, lucky to some extent. You know, I still would have backed myself if it would have gone 5 sets, but... You don't want to be in a fifth set against Manarino in the first round at Wimbledon, you know, under the roof with the fresh grass. So from that standpoint, you know, there's always open questions. And, you know, I did get, you know, a bit lucky that he gets injured and, you know, and the match ends right there, basically. So... I definitely feel like I've gotten my rhythm now at this point, you know. Clearly, I've gone from lefty to righty to lefty. There was a bit of a breeze on the court as well, so sometimes, you know, I was still mistiming a little bit my shots, but for the most part, I was still trying to play on the front foot and play forward. And when you do that, like I did against Gasquet, you're always going to miss some. And important is that I accept those and move on. And I did that very well today. I thought I had a really excellent attitude from what I can tell. How I felt, you know, and that has been something that has changed nicely throughout the last weeks and months, to be honest, you know, because for maybe one of the first times I just felt very much at peace out there, really sort of a tranquility, I guess, to everything I was doing, where I wanted to serve, how I wanted to win my service games, and then how I took misses, how I took wrong choices, you know, I just brushed them off, and it was like, we're moving on, things are going well. I know it's the big picture that matters, and, you know, I was sitting on the change of ends, and it was just empty thoughts, no bad, no positive, just sitting there and relaxing, and this is how I want it to be, you know, and I think that for me is a very positive sign, to be honest.